Good evening and welcome to the Florida Department of Transportation District 4 public hearing. Tonight, we will present the draft tentative work program for projects in Broward, Palm Beach, Martin, St. Lucie, and Indian River County, along with the Florida's Turnpike projects in this region, programmed between July 1, 2025 and June 30th, 2030. Today is December 10, 2024. My name is Guillermo Canedo, and I am the Communications Manager for the Florida Department of Transportation District 4. This public hearing is being conducted pursuant to Florida Statute 339.135(4). The purpose of this hearing is to consider the department's draft tentative work program, which addresses the scheduling or programming for funding of the various phases of each project in the upcoming 5-year period, and to receive public comments on those schedules. This hearing was advertised in the Florida Administrative Register and posted on the Florida Department of Transportation website. Slide 3. Rules of engagement. This public hearing is being recorded. If you experience technical difficulties, please contact 1-800-418-0524 so that a member of our technical staff may assist you. All virtual attendees will remain muted throughout the hearing. Virtual attendees are also welcome to submit any questions or comments using the GoToWebinar control panel at any time. Questions and comments will be collected and read out loud at the end of the presentation. All in-person attendees are welcome to submit a question or comment by approaching the microphone that we have in the room at the end of the presentation. If you are participating via telephone and have questions or comments, feel free to submit them to Steve C. Braun, EE, District Secretary, via email after the meeting, and a response will be provided. Slide 5. It is the policy of the Florida Department of Transportation that no person be denied the benefits of or be subjected to discrimination or retaliation under any program or activity administered by the department or its subrecipients on the basis of race, color, national origin, sex, age, disability, handicap, or income status. Slide 6. The District 4 Title VI coordinator is Sharon Singhayan from the Title VI Program Office. Her location is 3400 West Commercial Boulevard here in Fort Lauderdale, Florida 33309-3421. Her telephone number is 954-777-4190. Her email address is sharon.singhayan@dot.state.fl.us. The statewide Title VI coordinator is Stefan Kulakowski from the Equal Opportunity Office located at 605 Suwannee Street, MS 65 in Tallahassee, Florida 32399-0450. And Stefan's phone number is 850-414-4742. His email address is stefan.kulakowski@dot.state.fl.us. Slide 7. The meeting materials for this hearing, including tonight's presentation, a work program process video, and the entire list of proposed projects for the 5-county region, can be found on the Florida Department of Transportation website at the address shown on this slide, https://www.fdot.gov/topics/FDOT-work-program/district-4-public-hearings. This hearing is being recorded and will be posted on this website by Monday, December the 16th, 2024. Slide 8. I'm pleased to introduce the District 4 Director of Transportation Development, John P. Crane, Professional Engineer.
Thank you, Guillermo. Next slide. So the Florida Department of Transportation's mission is to provide a safe, statewide transportation system that promotes the efficient movement of people and goods supports the state's economic competitiveness, prioritizes Florida's environment and natural resources, and preserves the quality of life and connectedness of the state's communities. I would point out on the slide, you see the highlighted words safe, movement of people and goods, quality of life and communities. Next slide. This is the Florida DOT compass, and it draws off the mission statement and is the guiding force for the department in how we implement our mission. And you'll see as the North Star of the compass, safety. At the center is communities. You'll see robust supply chain and technology related to the supply chain and freight movement, safety in the upper left corner, resiliency, and of course, workforce development. Next slide. This cycle, as we put together the work program, we updated our long-range estimates for our right-of-way and construction costs. We identified that as an overall trend, the costs of our projects did increase. This created some challenges for us. Primarily, we had to then look at what our allocations were for each of the projects. And our allocations were slightly less than we received last year due to the formula that's used to allocate that funding. State allocates funding by formula due to population in some of our funding categories, and the southeast region of Florida is actually a smaller percentage of the overall statewide population due to the extensive growth that's going on in other parts of the state. So that made balancing the program a little bit more challenging this year. Our goal was to maintain the 4 years of the work program that advanced from last year, focusing primarily on our safety, preservation, and maintenance. And then new phases were programmed in the new 5th year. The district's work program is balanced. I'm happy to report. Next slide. This is a depiction of the overall District 4 work program. We've got over $6.3 million in the 5-year draft tentative work program. And you can see the various categories. Our biggest program is the state highway system and other roads construction, followed closely by the bridge repair and rehab. And then you see modal program at the bottom and the maintenance above that, as well as our project support. Next slide. This slide depicts our overall District 4 region. You see we're a 5-county region. We have, in addition to our District 4 headquarters here, 3 operations centers you see there denoted by the stars on the slide. We have a multimodal district with airports, seaports, rail, and you see some of the smaller on the bottom there, some of the how we're distributed. We have 700 bridges, 90 airports, 3 deep water ports, 2 railroads. So we have to do the planning for and programming for all these modes. Next slide. The agenda for today, we're going to go through the work program process. We're going to see a video of that. We're going to go through the 5-year draft tentative work program. Billy's going to come up and go through what's in there, and then we'll take public comments at the end of that. So with that, we'll go ahead and run the video for the work program process.
With nearly 23 million people calling Florida home and more than 140 million visiting our great state last year, reliable transportation infrastructure is critical to our state's economy, livability, and resiliency. Florida's multimodal transportation system includes roadways, bridges, bicycle and pedestrian facilities, airports, seaports, spaceports, rail lines, and transit. Working with our unique and diverse communities across the state to meet the transportation needs of residents and visitors, state and local transportation officials, work together to develop plans and innovative strategies to improve safety and mobility for all users. These plans are carried out by the 5-year work program. The work program contains projects in different stages: planning, project development and environment, design, right-of-way, construction and maintenance. Through the work program process, the state's transportation priorities are established. The Florida Department of Transportation consists of 7 districts and the Florida's Turnpike Enterprise. The work program is developed through these districts working with local governments, metropolitan planning organizations, other agencies, and the public. After work program, public hearings are held in each FDOT district, public comments have been accepted, local governments have endorsed the plan, and the Florida Transportation Commission and state legislators have approved it. The official 5-year work program is adopted by the Secretary of the Florida Department of Transportation on July 1st, the first day of the state's fiscal year. As FDOT develops and updates each year's work program with residents and government partners, it is understood that next July 1st, the current year of the plan is complete, and a new 5th year will be added on. The yearly update produces the new tentative 5-year work program. The work program assures we have a prioritized program of transportation choices that result in a better quality of life for the residents and visitors to this beautiful state.
Slide 17. Working in conjunction with the metropolitan transportation planning organizations and agencies in the region, the department continues to fund a variety of programs and projects to improve the overall transportation network. Programs usually impact multiple travel modes, facilities, and counties. We will now highlight projects included in the 5-year draft tentative work program for each of the 5 counties in District 4. Slide 18. The Broward MPO continues to focus on operational improvements, transit projects, pedestrian and bicycle facilities, and congestion relief projects throughout the county, along with long-term strategic planning at the MPO level. A variety of these projects are funded in the various phases of PD&E, design, right-of-way, and construction. Slide 19. This map highlights all projects in Broward County within the fiscal years 2026 through 2030. Slide 20. Included in the work program is the construction of Southwest 10th Street from the Sawgrass Expressway to I-95. This is a key project in the region and is designed through a vision that prioritizes your safety, time, and quality of life. This project includes the reconstruction and expansion of I-95 between north of Sample Road and north of Hillsborough Boulevard to accommodate the second northbound, southbound express lane in each direction, as well as system-to-system ramps between I-95 and the Southwest 10th Street connector. When complete, the Southwest 10th Street connector project will address the present safety and mobility challenges and provide that missing link in the region's limited access highway network. The Southwest 10th Street connector project will also provide residents, commercial, and business traffic with safe, efficient, and reliable transportation. By separating the major highway traffic from the local residential and commercial business traffic, it will allow freight and commuter traffic and other non-local traffic to bypass the residential areas of the corridor and innovatively improve several major cross-street arterials. This project's innovative design puts the priorities of the local residents as well as non-local users at the forefront. We understand safety, quality of life, and economic impacts are critical to each of you. This project is included in the statewide Moving Florida Forward Infrastructure Initiative. Slide 21. The Florida Department of Transportation continues to partner with both Broward County Transit and Miami-Dade Transit on the Coastal Link commuter rail on the FEC tracks, with stations in Hollywood, at the airport, and Fort Lauderdale. FDOT District 4, in coordination with Broward County, have completed the NEPA, National Environmental Policy Act, for the Broward commuter rail south along the Florida East Coast Railway from Aventura in Miami-Dade County to the city of Fort Lauderdale between Southwest 15th Street and Southwest 17th Street in Broward County, and received a finding of no significant impact. The project will be transitioned over to the county for engineering and construction. Project length is 11.5 miles, and $74,250,000 are programmed in fiscal years 26 to 28, which is the state match 25% of the total cost. Slide 22. The Automated People Mover, APM, or circulator for Fort Lauderdale, is the initial phase of 3 APM developments, which could eventually connect the airport to Broward County Seaport and Convention Center. Working with the Fort Lauderdale Hollywood International Airport, the Automated People Mover will transport passengers within and between the Fort Lauderdale Hollywood International Airport and Port Everglades, with connections to regional transportation modes at the Intermodal Center. The Airport People Mover would improve the level of service to passengers and relieve traffic congestion on the airport and seaport roadways and at terminal curbs. Slide 23. Project improvements include enhanced bicycle, pedestrian, and transit access features. It will also provide for upgrades to existing lighting, signalization, signing and pavement markings, and traffic signals. Construction for project limits within Pembroke Road and Johnston Street in the city of Pembroke Pines will start in fiscal year 2026 at a cost of $35.8 million. The 5-year work program includes $2.6 million in fiscal year 2030 to complete the design of University Drive within the cities of Davie, Coral Springs, and Pembroke Pines. Slide 24, Alligator Alley. The 5-year tentative work program includes a series of projects within the limits of I-75 Alligator Alley. Projects include a master plan study within the entire limits in Broward County to start in fiscal year 2026. A series of safety improvements such as median guardrail construction and mile marker placement has been identified in the 5-year draft tentative work program. The department has allocated a total of $30 million for these improvements. Slide 25, Port Everglades. Transportation is not just about moving people, it is also about moving freight and goods throughout the county and the state. The department will assist with funding to Port Everglades. The department will also provide funding for major transportation improvements at local airports, including Fort Lauderdale Hollywood International Airport, North Perry Airport, and Pompano Beach Airport. Slide 26, Broward Transit. FDOT remains committed to enhancing regional transit options by continuing to support the Express Coach program through operations funding. Express Coach operating funds for I-95, I-595, and I-75 have been programmed to continue to serve over 30,000 passengers each month that commute from Broward County to Miami. Slide 27, Palm Beach County. Working with the Palm Beach TPA, the department will design and construct several transportation improvements within the next 5 years. Slide 28. This map highlights all projects in Palm Beach County within fiscal years 2026 through 2030. Slide 29. Okeechobee Boulevard and State Road 7 corridor transit feasibility study. This is a multimodal corridor study. The study length is 13.5 miles. The FDOT Premium Transit Feasibility Study aims to assess the feasibility of implementing premium transit options within center running dedicated lanes along Okeechobee Boulevard and State Road 7 in Palm Beach. These premium transit preliminary alternatives under considerations in the study have been identified in the 2022 Palm Beach TPA multimodal study. Slide 30, State Road 7 extension. The State Road 7 extension project will provide connection between Okeechobee Boulevard and North Lake Boulevard for the western areas of Palm Beach County. The project will widen State Road 7 from 2 to 4 lanes from Okeechobee Boulevard to 60th Street North and extend State Road 7 north with a 4-lane divided roadway from 60th Street north to North Lake Boulevard. Slide 31, Atlantic Avenue. The project involves widening Atlantic Avenue from Turnpike to Cumberland Drive in unincorporated Palm Beach County. The proposed project would widen the existing 4-lane roadway to a 6-lane roadway with upgraded bicycle and pedestrian facilities. The construction and CEI cost for this project is $41.5 million funded in fiscal year 2029. The widening of Atlantic Avenue from Cumberland Drive to Jog Road in unincorporated Palm Beach County will extend east beyond Jog Road to account for intersection improvements and transitions. This proposed project would widen the existing 4-lane roadway to a 6-lane roadway with upgraded bicycle and pedestrian facilities. The construction and CEI cost for this project is $28.9 million funded in fiscal year 2029. Slide 32. Freight, I-95 at Congress Avenue. This project is added to the work program to provide additional truck parking spots in the area of I-95 at Congress Avenue and Peninsula Corporate Drive, allowing for safe and secure parking for commercial motor vehicles on the national highway system. Project design starts in fiscal year 27, with construction in fiscal year 2030, with a cost of $4.5 million. Slide 33. Port of Palm Beach. The department will provide funding for the Port of Palm Beach and for major transportation improvements at local airports. FDOT continues to partner with PalmTran by providing transit funds towards operating bus services, including funds to build ridership on the Okeechobee Boulevard corridor. Slide 34, Martin County. Martin MPO is continuing to partner with the department on a number of project development and environmental studies, feasibility studies, design, and construction projects. Slide 35. This map highlights all projects in Martin County planned for fiscal years 2026 through 2030. Slide 36. State Road 710, Southwest Warfield Boulevard, widening, and County Road 714 realignment. County Road 714 from Southeast 126 Boulevard to Southwest Van Buren Avenue Road is primarily an east-west rural principal arterial roadway that lies within Okeechobee and Martin counties. It serves local and interregional traffic and facilitates the movement of goods, of people and goods, to areas along the East Coast and Central Florida. This project increases overall safety for roadway users and addresses operational deficiencies. Currently, the roadway along the project is a 2-lane undivided highway. This project widens the roadway to a 4-lane divided highway with an unpaved median. Project length is approximately 16 miles, with an additional design funding added this program cycle to current fiscal year 24 and right-of-way phases starting in fiscal year 27. This work program cycle, the department allocated construction funding to segments A and D, as depicted in the map, and $20 million for utility work on segment B. The department will continue to coordinate additional funding to support construction phase of segments B and C. The alignment of State Road 714 is another priority in this region. Refer to the top right hand of your screen. Realignment will improve safety and will provide better access to State Road 710. This project is fully funded and construction cost is $17.8 million in fiscal year 2030. Slide 37. State Road 17, Monterey Road at FEC Railroad. This project originated based on communities' wants and recognized a safety need. Situated in the city of Stewart in Martin County, this project will enhance safety for road users and pedestrians and support operations for the FEC Railroad and Witham Field Airport. This project will also enhance traffic operations and support the growing transportation demand of goods and services in the area. Future sea levels and groundwater levels will be evaluated to ensure the resilience of the proposed improvements. The project development and environment phase is ongoing, and additional coordination with stakeholders will be undertaken. Design of this project starts in FY26, right-of-way in FY28, and construction in FY2030. Construction cost is $41.7 million. Slide 38. Southeast Cove Road from Canner Highway to US 1. The project limits are on Cove Road from State Road 76, also known as Canner Highway, to State Road 5 or US 1, located in unincorporated Martin County. The project extends approximately 3.2 miles. The primary purpose of widening Cove Road from 2 lanes to 4 lanes is to add capacity and improve the local transportation network. The purpose will also be to support economic and social demands, improve system linkage, create a better modal interrelationship, and improve emergency evacuation. Project development and environment study is currently underway. Design for this project will start in current year, fiscal year 2025. Slide 29, Witham Field and Martin Transit. We continue to work with Martin County Aviation to improve Witham Field. FDOT continues to partner with Martin County Transit, providing operating funds towards transit bus service. Slide 40, St. Lucie County. In St. Lucie County, the department is partnering with the county to widen and work towards future widening a number of local state roadways, along with congestion relief projects in the county. Slide 41. This map highlights all projects in St. Lucie County for fiscal years 2026 through 2030. Slide 42. Midway Road. The construction of this project is added to the District 4 Draft Tentative Work Program as part of the Moving Florida Forward Infrastructure Initiative. The proposed project widens the existing 2-lane road to a 4-lane divided road and improves safety by adding buffered bike lanes and a shared use path. This project is being coordinated with the Florida Turnpike Enterprise to construct a new interchange with ramps to and from the south. Funding allocated for this project is $57.4 million in fiscal year 2027. The project will be delivered together with the new Turnpike interchange ramps to and from the south. Funding allocated is $18 million in fiscal year 27. Slide 43, Kings Highway. Construction along Kings Highway consists of replacing the existing 2-lane undivided rural roadway with a newly constructed 4-lane suburban divided roadway. Some of the improvements include paved shoulders, shared use path adjacent to the road along the west side, sidewalk, new lighting system, new drainage system, and intersection improvements at Angle Road and St. Lucie Boulevard. Construction of this project is scheduled to start in fiscal year 2027. Slide 44, I-95 rest areas. Florida Department of Transportation manages rest areas along I-95. These rest areas provide amenities for travelers, including parking, restroom facilities, and comfort stations. District 4 plans to reconstruct the rest areas in St. Lucie County. Construction for the southbound rest area starts in fiscal year 29 at a cost of $36.3 million. Design for the southbound rest area starts in fiscal year 29. I think I said that. Oh no, that's design. Slide 45, Port St. Lucie Boulevard project. The Florida Department of Transportation is reconstructing Port St. Lucie Boulevard from South Becker Road to south of Parr Drive to address an increasing volume of traffic. It is important to note that in coordination with the city of Port St. Lucie, the department was able to advance Port St. Lucie Boulevard from Becker Road to Parr Drive from fiscal year 28 to fiscal year 26. The estimated cost of this project is $18.6 million. The department will pay the city back starting in fiscal year 2028. Slide 46, Airport and Port and Transit. Funding has been programmed for improvements at Treasure Coast International Airport, as well as funding for the Port of Fort Pierce. FDOT continues to partner with the St. Lucie County Transit, providing operating funds toward transit bus services. Slide 47, Indian River County. In Indian River County, the department is also partnering with the county to widen and work towards future widening a number of local and state roadways. Next slide. This is a map with all projects in Indian River County. Slide 49. State Road A1A over the Sebastian Inlet. State Road A1A Sebastian Inlet Bridge Replacement Project over the Intercoastal Waterway is fully funded in the 5-year work program. The project will also resurface State Road A1A leading up to the south side of the bridge. The total estimated construction cost is $114 million, and this project is scheduled for construction in fiscal year 26. Slide 50. Vero Beach and Sebastian Airports. Funding has been programmed for continued improvements to both the Vero Beach and Sebastian airports. The department continues to provide funding for operating county bus routes within Indian River County. Slide 51. That concludes our presentation. We would like to acknowledge James Brown in the rear of the room, Liaison Administrator with the Florida Turnpike Enterprise. He is here today to address any question you may have on Turnpike projects. Also here with us today is District 4 Secretary Braun. As I mentioned before, virtual attendees are also welcome to submit any questions or comments using the GoToWebinar control panel at any time. Questions and comments will be collected and read out loud at the end of the presentation. All in-person attendees are welcome to submit a question or comment by approaching the microphone, and they'll be addressed one at a time. If you are participating via telephone and have questions or comments, feel free to submit them to Steve C. Braun, PE, District Secretary, via email after the meeting, and a response will be provided. Next slide. Here's a safety message for today. We routinely put safety message at the end of our presentations to remind the public to be our partner in safety. In this case, please do not be a distracted driver, whatever type of distraction that might be. Slide 53. And now, this concludes our presentation, and we will open the floor for questions. I'll ask Mr. John Crane, Director of Transportation Development, and Jessica Rubio, District Program Management Administrator, to come up to the podium to take questions or comments from the public.
Thank you, Guillermo. Are there any questions from anybody in the audience? Comments? All right. Anybody online? Okay. Thank you.
Okay, no questions, hearing none, seeing none. The Florida Department of Transportation thanks you for participating in tonight's District 4 Draft Tentative Work Program public hearing for fiscal years between July 1, 2026 and June 30th, 2030. Next slide, please. After tonight, we will continue to accept comments for 10 days by email or US mail and addressed to Steve Braun at 3400 West Commercial Boulevard, Fort Lauderdale, Florida, 33309, or steve.braun@dot.state.fl.us. It is now 7:04 p.m. and presentations have concluded, and there are no further comments from the public. The FDOT District 4 Draft Tentative Work Program public hearing is now adjourned. On behalf of FDOT, I thank you for participating and good night.